Kevin J Johnston here, everybody. And that's right, kevinjjohnston.me is where you get a hold of me. It is a Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So, of course, it's time to start the real estate show. This is episode 19. Can you believe it's been 19 weeks since I left Canada? Wow. I'm having a great time here in Latin America. And I'd like to introduce Liz, who is down here in Panama City, who has been selling properties here for
16 years.
16 years. Liz, tell the world who you are and why they have to care as much as I do. Go ahead, please.
Well, I'm an Aussie in Panama, a foreigner that came down here with 2 young kids about 16 years ago. Made a life for myself in real estate. There's fantastic opportunities down here, wonderful lifestyle. You know, I can give you a rundown on what it's actually really like to live here. So many people around the world are looking for a plan B, and Panama's a wonderful place for it.
And do they have shrimps in the bobby down there?
They got shrimps. They call camarones in la barbacoa.
Aha, look at that. It sounds great in an Australian accent. All right. So 16 years, you've been selling real estate here. Maybe tell us a little bit about the real estate market in Panama compared to the rest of Latin America, please.
Yeah,
You've got the mic.
Well, Panama's got one of the fastest growing economies in Latin America, about 5% per year. Tons of multinational companies come from all over the world to set up shop in Panama. And a lot of retirees, a lot of people from North America come down here because of so many, I think it's around 87 direct flights from Panama around the world, and a lot of them being direct to the US and Canada. So people like it. It's close to home and cheaper cost of living, and pretty great place to be, really.
Clearing customs was fast, efficient. It was easy. I handed my passport. I showed them the plane ticket of me leaving the country 6 months from now, and they stamped the passport. Good to go. Done. The Canadian passport, folks, it still holds water because I don't think Panamanians know how crazy Canada is yet. They will. So the passport will still get you in here pretty fast. Let's bring in my other partner in crime here, Austin Hess. Austin, thanks for being here. We know you're driving, but we appreciate you making the effort to be here.
Of course. Nice to see you, Kevin. Nice to see you, Liz. Hello, chat, everybody out there from around the world. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
All right, you got to tell the world who you are. Let's hear this.
Let's talk a little bit about who Austin Hess is. So I came down to Panama 12 years ago. Liz Larquette, my friend here, is one of my first friends in Panama. And you know, I think that's probably my favorite part about the country, and I want to go into that a little bit. You know, meeting people like you, Kevin, and people like Liz, you know, Panama really attracts unique individuals that say, you know what, life isn't good enough back in Australia or in the United States or in Canada. I'm not a tree. I'm going to get up and move. And I'm going to take my life sort of somewhere where I'll be much happier. My lifestyle can be spent at the beach, in the mountains. So I came down here 12 years ago. I started publications. I really wanted to help people not be ignorant like I was and not understand all the values that Panama had to offer. And I started publications, started doing a lot of video work and promoting the country. And then, you know, with that addiction of helping people find great restaurants and hotels, it kind of just spilt over into real estate and relocation. Do Panama Real Estate and Relocation was founded 3.5 years ago at the end of the pandemic, actually doing live shows like this, where people would start reaching out and ask, how do I move to Panama? So I knew that there was a niche market. And people really wanted someone that had their boots on the ground, someone that they could trust to walk hand in hand with them. And so that's what I do. That's why I work with people like Liz Larquette and the Burn Group. You know, my father is a builder, and I was raised around good construction. And you know, that's one of my main things for Do Panama is making sure people are taken care of like I would take care of my own grandmother or my mother.
Fantastic. We have one more amazing lady joining us right now. We have Natalie from Chicago, who's down here in Panama as well. Say hello to the world.
Hey guys, happy Wednesday evening. Can you hear me?
Happy Wednesday. Welcome, Natalie. Great to see you. Another awesome human being making their way into the Panamanian.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The weather's perfect. I've already been to the fish market with Kevin here and had some amazing food. Liz, I cannot wait to see you this upcoming week in Austin as well. I know you're driving down to the island where I'm at. So excited.
Almost. I'll be there. I'm actually going to Banal first, drop a couple magazines. look at a few new projects that I think that, our clients are going to love to see. And then I'll be over in Bocas del Toro on Friday.
Okay.
My
So
place.
Natalie, we got to talk about what you're doing. We know that you you bring people down to Panama to check it out. Let's get a bit of a tale about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So I stalked Austin for a good, I don't know, 6 months, and then finally got on his calendar and I said, hey, a lot of people keep asking me about Panama. I went down there with a friend for her birthday. I visited. I absolutely loved it. Started learning about the tax breaks, started learning about the different visas, learned about all the investment types and strategies, as well as a million different opportunities to get into as a serial entrepreneur, a franchise owner, an investor myself. In the US, I said, how can I get all of my money in an offshore safe place where I can start building my second home, get a more stationary place that's close to the US with tropical climate, wonderful people, and amazing food. And Panama hit the spot perfectly. So I started hosting meetups with some investors and bringing them down. Yeah.
And what happens during your meetups?
So we go on a tour of the local community. We show them, different opportunities as well as what the lifestyle is like. And then we also take them to look at legal Airbnb condos. We look at new developments. We look at opportunities for partnership with local investors that are doing projects as well. We look at beachfront property that's for sale up into the millions. We've brought some NBA players to look at stuff. I mean, we're all over with what there is available. Austin says it best. He always says, Panama's still in diapers. You need to get in now. And I could not agree more. He loves helping people. I love helping people. Liz and you love helping people. We want to see people living their best life. And I truly believe that that's here.
Fantastic. I happen to agree with that. All right. So Liz, who's sitting with me here in the studio, first thing I'd like to get a sense of here is if somebody is dying to get out of Canada, United States, Australia, or anywhere else in the Western world that's going a bit crazy, how does one become a resident here? Go ahead.
Yeah, well, the Panama make it really easy. They want foreign money in Panama. They want people to be moving here because it's all the foreigners in Panama and the migration and the immigration. It's actually made Panama a really exciting place to be. I remember, years ago, Panama was like rice and beans way back when. And now because of all the immigration, because of so many people moving here from other countries, so many entrepreneurs like Natalie and so many other people are moving here and starting up businesses here. And a lot of those business owners are also, a lot of those businesses are like restaurants and all sorts of like tourism sort of operations, tons of opportunity here. So the government make it really easy. They make it easy for you to set up businesses here. There's not a whole lot of red tape. And they also make it easy for you to get residency here. Now, for North Americans, there's a couple of different visas, but one of the, a new visa that's come out, it's a fast track residency visa. It's like a gold carpet visa where you can get permanent residency within like a month or two. They say within a month, just say a month or two, with an investment of $300,000. That's been a really, really popular one. So a lot of people don't want to have to come to Panama. They just want to set up, residency here, get another passport, plan B. That some of them don't even want to come. They don't have to. It can all be done sort of online and with with local embassies and things, getting signatures, and it can all be done like that, really easy. That's been a really popular one. If you invest $300,000 in real estate in Panama, you can get permanent residency in a month. There's a couple of other visas. The popular one is also called the First Nations visa. So North Americans and from a list of countries can get residency in Panama with a $200,000 investment in real estate. That's another popular one. It takes a bit longer. It takes about 2 years to get permanent residency, but that's also doable. And with both of those visas, you can also get a passport. So after you've been here for, say, 5 years with your residency, you can actually, get a Panamanian passport if you want to get, dual citizenship.
Yeah, and the comment that I want to make on that is even listening to Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, as he calls himself. He says the best thing that you can do is have multiple citizenships because the stranger the world gets, the more taxes there are in one place, the more there is a way to dodge them in the other place. So if you're able to get your hands on a passport in Panama, and Europe and Canada, you would be set for life. There's nowhere that you couldn't go. And that's a very, very good idea. And thank you for bringing that up. Austin, Casa Bonita, a lot of people are asking, am I in the downtown core of Panama? Tell the world where Casa Bonita is, where we are right now. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So, and I got to start, I get a lot of clients that get stuck in the middle of, should I live in the beach towns, which is like Coronado, Buenaventura, San Carlos area, or should I live in Panama City? And, you know, Casa Bonita is just 15 to 20 minutes outside of Panama City over the Bridge of the Americas. This is the bridge that was built by the United States when the United States had control of the canal. And it's just right there. I mean, literally, you're living a beach life just on the other side of the bridge. Like I said, 15, 20 minutes. So it's a huge solution for, again, anybody looking for having that awesome element of being able to go to nightlife and awesome restaurants throughout the week, golfing and all the other great activities, like all the hiking that we have through the different green spaces around the city, like Metropolitan Park, Ancon Hill. And so, yeah, it's just it's a good combination for anyone that's kind of in the middle and doesn't quite want to be all like dead smack in the center of Panama City, but also doesn't want to be too far away from all the action.
All right, so you're saying it's that perfect marriage between country and city.
It can't get any better. Plus, you know, it's got an incredible beach club. As you've been there for a week, you've seen it yourself. The construction quality, again, this is what I look at. It's why I work with this developer so well, is that I feel confident, you know, like my reputation is very important to me. And not only my reputation, but my feeling as a human being. Like I have an addiction for helping others. So I want to make sure that those clients and now friends of mine have exactly what they expect. You know, I don't want them to come in 2 years and say, hey, you know, this isn't the lifestyle I wanted. So, you know, I take a lot of time. We got a relocation survey that's free on our website. It's 23 questions. It's really easy. People can go on and answer those questions. And because of the magazine and newspaper that I've done for the past 11 years, I have experience in all corners of Panama. So again, it might work. It might be someone's flavor of ice cream to live at Casa Bonita. It might be someone's flavor of ice cream to live dead smack in Panama City or in Costa del Este, right outside of Panama City on the other side, or maybe on an island in the middle of the Caribbean or in the mountains of Boquete. You know, there's a flavor of ice cream for everyone here.
I gotcha. Okay, Natalie, let's get you back on the screen here.
Yeah.
The big question I get from a lot of women, because a lot of women do watch the show, is Panama safe for women? Let's hear it.
I have never felt safer. I can speak for myself, but I go out walking. I mean, at nighttime in the island where I'm currently staying, Boca del Toro, it's so peaceful and so calm. I mean, if there was a theft that I would say it's probably like petty theft, like don't leave your wallet on the beach. Don't be stupid like that.
Yeah.
You know, don't do silly things. But is your house going to get broke into? No. Are you going to have your car stolen or your car shot up like in Chicago, which has happened to me multiple times? No, you won't. I definitely feel that it is so much more safe. And I really hope that more people can come and experience that, because there is a sense of calm that I can't explain to you. You have to come experience it for yourself.
Well, I can say that I was walking with you downtown Panama City for 2 nights in a row. And what did I see were women under 120 pounds by themselves, unarmed, with earbuds in, running and enjoying themselves.
Enjoying their life. Yeah, it's so normal. It's like a utopia that you feel doesn't exist when you come from a high, stressful, militant city.
And Liz, do you concur with that?
Yeah, I do. And like I live in Playa Bonita, the building that Austin was just telling you about, just on the other side of the canal. Don't tell anyone, but I don't lock my apartment. I leave my keys in my car. I don't worry about anything. Yeah, I mean, it depends where you are, but Panama generally, you know, it is safe. I mean, you know, as Natalie said, you can't be stupid. Don't go and walk around in an area that looks kind of ghetto, where you might sort of get mugged. But you know, I've been here 16 years and I've never had an issue. You know, it's wonderful. One thing I never worry about here is security, and that's nice. And I've lived in homes and in apartments here, and yeah, one thing I don't worry about.
All right, so for the ladies watching the show, you've now heard it from 2 ladies. Don't take the guy's word for it. Take the ladies' word for it, that it's safe to be a woman in Panama City, which makes me incredibly happy. So, Natalie, I want to also get your take on where it is. You're a young woman under the age of 40. So where would you think that most people would like to live, your age group? in Panama, the country?
I mean, if you're like me, where you like a little bit of the island, a little bit of the city, you can get an apartment or buy a condo, which is my goal, to get something in Casco Viejo, which is a really fun, upbeat part of town that they've been renovating. There's a lot of great restaurants, awesome food, nightlife. I met some of my best friends there who now are, our families are like friends every time I come to the city. We hang out on Sundays and do brunch. They're well connected. Like, you just meet everybody in that part of town. It's just a really fun, artsy part of town. Coffee shops everywhere, book spots, little karaoke bars. Like, I just absolutely love it. For getting to know people and meet people, that seems like the great place to be. If you like, to go and relax on the beach and kind of take a weekend off, Boca del Toro is my go-to spot. I definitely have come here to relax and unwind and find my zen so that I can come back refreshed and come back to the city and work my butt off and, help as many people as I can. Those would be my two favorite spots.
All right, Austin. So you've heard a couple commentaries here. What I want to get now from you is commentary on shopping. I know that you and I are men. We don't shop as much as the ladies do, but nonetheless, I've seen a couple amazing malls. I want to get your take on the retail side of the city. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm going to spin this in two different directions because it's one thing that I hear a lot from our clients that come in, and we've helped hundreds of people move to Panama. And before we get into the retail, is that anything that you want in the world on Amazon, right? You go to Amazon, you buy what you want, it goes to your freight forwarder in Doral, Florida, and gets brought down here to Panama. It's so simple. I mean, again, being someone that doesn't shop too often in the mall, at 10 o'clock at night when I'm like, okay, you know what? I need a few new shirts. I need this. I go on Amazon, I order it. And then, a week and a half later, it's here in Panama. So that is one really neat element too that I think is really important to tell people about. And then on the shopping, on the actual brick and mortar, we got more stores, like luxury stores, than you'll find in Chicago. I mean, literally, there's so many luxury stores here. Panama has a major luxury market, and that reason is because Panama is the hub of the Americas. Whether it's Colombians or Venezuelans or people from Brazil, people come to Panama to shop. This is a big place for shopping. Our Black Fridays are out of control. I think we even do 2 per year. They're so crazy. So finding nice clothes in Panama it's super easy, and you can shop your little heart out.
Yes.
Well, the one thing, the mall right in the center core, Natalie, what was that mall called?
The
Multi-Plaza.
Multi-Plaza. Right.
Okay, so to me, it actually looked like the Mall of America looked about 20 years ago. And the Mall of America was the biggest mall in the United States. It might still be. I know it's run down now because Minnesota is kind of dropping fast. But if you remember malls in the United States and Canada 20 years ago, they were remarkable. Well, that's what the malls are like here in Panama City. Super modern. Go to my Instagram page. You see me walking around for about 10 minutes showing you the stores. I think Victoria's Secrets was in the background. And that's in every mall here. So,
what were you doing hanging out there?
That's a growing
feather. I'm glad you took notice, Kevin.
So what I'm saying, though, folks, is that everything. We saw everything. Even Forever 21. I mean, these are places I don't shop, but I recognize.
That's where I shop.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've got a daughter, so I mean, I've been to every mall in Alberta, every mall in Southern Ontario, and I've seen all these retail stores. So every retail store that I've ever seen in Calgary, Toronto, Niagara Falls, Montreal, places like that, they're here, and they're cleaner. One thing else, I just want to observe this, and maybe all of you can tell me if I'm right or wrong here, but I didn't see a single help wanted sign. Every single store in every mall I went to is fully staffed, and they're busy. Can I get some comment on that? Liz, we'll start with you.
I mean, there's pretty low unemployment in Panama. People can also pick up the land here. So I think something to keep in mind is like the cost of living. You can live here for as low as like the minimum wage here often is about 600 or 700 a month, right? Which is on the lower end. People can live if you've got like a husband and wife making that type of money. You can kind of live like that off the land if you want to, right? So Panama's got something for everyone in terms of cost of living. A lot of it depends if you're shopping in high-end stores, tons of amazing restaurants, Food is fairly reasonably priced, comparable, I would say, to the US, the supermarkets. So you can kind of live off, you can live off, you know, $5 grand a month, you can live off $2 grand a month. Or if you're a local living out in, you know, living from the land, you can live off, say, 400, 500 a month. So we do find that, you know, it's very low unemployment here in Panama. Most people have a job.
Yeah, I did notice that. Natalie, your thoughts?
I think that when it comes to the shopping, this is by far I've seen the best in. Uh-oh, I lost you guys there.
No, we're still here. We're
Okay,
here.
you're there. I was going to say the shopping here is the best. So I don't know. You remember the day that we went to the multi plaza and we learned about the free trade area where it's like tax free. So as a previous flight attendant, when we used to fly everywhere, I was always like, oh my gosh, let's hurry up and shop in the airport because we get all the tax rates. I did not know that there was actually zones other than Dubai that were tax free like that. So I am extremely excited because as I'm walking around the city, I'm seeing women in their clothes and how they're dressed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, those are really exclusive. Those are really unique. Where did you get that? She's like, oh, that's the free trade zone. So you're getting like Gucci, Chanel, Prada, like all the stuff on Michigan Avenue in Chicago that's off the rack. You will not see any of that exclusive stuff in Chicago. You will only see that here, either in Panama or in Dubai, because they're very exclusive and unique. And that's the type of customer they're looking for. So I absolutely think it's top tier.
Okay. Austin, we're getting some questions. So let's forget about retail for a second here because we're getting questions in the TikTok room. First off, do you have to have a visa to come to Panama? Austin, I'll give you that question. Go ahead.
So if you're a Canadian or a U.S. citizen, you automatically have a tourist visa for 6 months. You know, it used to be easy to be a perpetual tourist and just cross over to Costa Rica, have lunch, and come back. They try not to let you do that anymore. But yes, you know, every time you leave and then re-enter Panama, if you are a U.S. or Canadian citizen, you are able to have 6 months in the country as a tourist. That's without doing any paperwork. That's without buying any property. You know, it's just very simple for, and also for many other countries. You know, Panama's very welcoming.
Certainly is. And I got a question here also. What happens to my Canada pension plan if I move to Panama?
Well, that's a great question, you know, and that's one big one, especially since you spent so much time in Costa Rica. And that's one of the big differences between Costa Rica and Panama is that Costa Rica taxes your pension or any foreign income coming into their country. Here in Panama, zero tax on that foreign income. So if you got a pension coming into your Panamanian bank account, zero tax. If you make money in a company outside of Panama, zero tax. So no income tax, no pension tax. Just come here, live life, drink some margaritas on the beach, drink some nice coffee in the mountains, and you know, live your life and have a great time.
Certainly. And I'm going to address one comment here in TikTok. What a great place to be. Trudeau has destroyed Canada. I wish I could move to Panama. You can. What's stopping you? Get on a plane. That's the best part about
Super
Panama.
easy. Super easy.
My plane ticket was $170 to get here, everybody. So I mean, what's stopping you from doing the same thing? Get your passport, get down here, have a look around. You'll like it. All right. Yeah. So Liz, there's a new project that you have on the east side of downtown. Nice glass towers side by side. Tell us about it, please.
Okay, so a special zoned area for multinational companies is called Costa del Este, and it's like the first pre-planned part of Panama City. Super modern, palm tree lined street. We've got a massive mall, tons of offices with multinational companies. So a lot of investors now are looking for projects where they can get the highest return on investment. And here in Panama, generally, through short-term rentals, you're going to get the best ROI. But it's illegal to do short-term rentals in Panama under 45 days. Because what happened is we had a construction boom way back when, and everyone was putting their properties on all the third-party websites, and then the government weren't getting the hotel tax because everyone's staying in the Airbnb. So now the government made it illegal to do short-term rentals. So a niche market now where we find a lot of investors are wanting to get in on are projects that come with that special license to be able to do short-term rentals. So there's a couple of opportunities at the moment now in some projects with that special license.
Right. And then Austin, you were mentioning something about how inexpensive this new project is. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I want to just add on to what Liz mentioned, because when we look at, obviously helping our clients get an ROI on their investment, she pointed on the multinational companies. That's a huge thing. That's an all year type of client. Also the tourists, but not only that, now in Costa del Este, there's a John Hopkins affiliate hospital. And you're seeing a lot of specialty doctors, both cosmetic, dental, and, things like hip replacements that are, a tenth of the cost of Canada or the US. So that's another market that's going to be able to help you or, help your investment make that nice ROI. Now, speaking about the cost, it's awesome, especially for a young investor or any investor that's a little bit more frugal or maybe doesn't have a lot of cash on hand. Burn as a developer and this project, Generation Tower, they do two things that make it really special. One is the milestone payment. So you're only required to put down 15% at signing. And then after the end of year one, another 10%. After the end of year two, another 10%. And then when they hand you the keys, the remaining balance of typically 5% equaling a total of 40 of the total cost and remaining 60%. So it gives you the ability to invest without having all the money up front. And that is super neat. And again, I don't know, Liz, how many clients do we have? At least.
Okay, and we lost him there. So yeah, if you can still hear me there, Austin, come back in as quickly as you possibly can, please. So Natalie, I want to get your take now. I mean, you were talking to me at great length before I even got down here about Panama City. So again, you're under 40 years of age. I want to get your take on what Panama is like for your age group, just in general. Please, go ahead.
Absolutely. When it comes to the difference between obviously the USA and where I'm at with Chicago lifestyle, like, yes, I have individual friends who we go out to restaurants, we catch up, but the nightlife in Panama is amazing. The music is phenomenal. The drinks are incredible. Whether you get alcohol or non-alcohol, they taste so good. And I know both of you can vouch for me on that because they will be flowing. The drinks are incredibly tasty. I've never had pineapple that tastes so amazing here. I don't know what it is about the fruit here, but it's just so good. So the quality of life is just so much better. Interestingly enough, you were talking about healthcare. One of the things that's really important to me to come here is balance of work and life, right? In the US, we work ourselves so hard that we make ourselves physically sick. And so having the opportunity to take a break and actually go out and enjoy with other people my age, it does something for me mentally where I can feel like, okay, we don't have to be stuck in the office till 9 o'clock at night. We don't have to be killing ourselves to make these deadlines. We can actually have a lifestyle. And people here in Panama are so family oriented and so respectful of people's personal lifestyle. They want you to enjoy. They want you to have that modern lifestyle with the balance. So I just think that's the best. For anybody who's stuck in an office working, themselves into the ground, trying to pay for medical, coming into Panama has helped me reduce my medical bills to extreme amounts, to the point where I had asked for some basic medication refill in the US. It was $75. I came to Panama, it was $6. And I walked right into the pharmacy and asked them for it. So the difference of prices for healthcare as a woman who has a very complex body, of course, I need whatever my body needs and I need it when I need it. I don't want to have to wait to go see a doctor that costs me $150 out of pocket, pay a premium for my insurance, then go to a pharmacy, wait till they fill it. No, I just take my prescription and I say, this is what I need. I walk to the pharmacy and get it. I was so relieved to see how easy it was here. Like it was just bringing me so much peace.
I agree with you on that because in Canada, even Canada has socialized medicine. Everyone says it's free. It's not free. You pay 73% tax to get there. And in the order of operations is you have to go and see a doctor or somebody in a clinic and plead your case and pray that they're going to agree with you that you need the medication you say you're going to, then get the prescription, then go to the pharmacy. And there was a time there a couple of years ago where pharmacists were supposed to scrutinize absolutely everything, and they were denying about half the prescriptions that were being presented to them. Horrible. So I noticed that in Costa Rica and here in Panama, you can just walk in to the pharmacy and say, "Hey, I've got arthritis. I want anti-inflammatories," and you get it. It is amazing. Yeah, I think we all know what's wrong with us after we've been to the doctor 10 times for the same thing. We don't need to go 11, 12, and 13 times. We just don't. All right. So, Austin, I think this question is going to be for you. I've got some folks here asking what the rents are like in Panama City. Go ahead.
Gosh, that's a great question. And, depending on what type of budget you're coming in with, and if you want to have a shared room, you can find rents between $400 and $700 in a shared apartment. For me, by example, I live in a high rise right on the waterfront, super luxury, and I pay $1,600 a month. So you really can find anything. Again, it all depends on who is looking for and what they're looking for, what type of lifestyle. Now, if you get outside of Panama City, I have friends that live in Boquete, which is a great mountain town, and they pay, for a 1-bedroom apartment, $550, $600. There's lots of people that rent out their casitas in different areas of Panama. So, and you can rent out penthouses, you can rent out gorgeous homes on the beach. So really, anybody can live in Panama. It just has to do with the budget that you're working with and with what you're trying to spend. We were talking about a little bit about restaurants and shopping earlier. Yeah, you can go to a nice restaurant and spend $20, but you can also go to a fonda and get chicken with bones in it because it wasn't grown with tubes, with birds with no beaks or feet, and it tastes like freaking chicken and rice and beans for $2.75. You get 2 pineapples for $1, and it's the best pineapple in the world. So again, it all depends on who that individual is and what they're looking for.
And another question we're being asked is job market. Someone's asking if truck driving jobs are available here, but in general, do you come and get jobs in Panama, or do you start businesses here instead? Go ahead.
Both. If you work for multinational companies, I've seen a lot of our clients come in and apply for jobs and get jobs with those multinational companies. Truck driving probably is not going to give you a pay rate of what you want and what you get back in the US or Canada. A lot of professions are protected in Panama. Teachers, nurses, doctors, taxi drivers is protected. So there are jobs that you can't do here. If you're looking to work over the internet, which a lot of people, I think, figured out through the pandemic that it's possible to do, and a lot of younger people are starting to move to Panama, at least what I've seen in my experience over the last few years. So being a truck driver, I would say might be tough, but hey, you never know. Maybe it's time to flip the chapter on a new lifelong dream of what you desired, maybe a surf company or something. There's the canvas is blank. There's so much opportunity here. Really, it's time to get creative and maybe look outside the box would be my recommendation.
Okay, so Liz, I got 2 questions, bang, bang, right here for you. We've got, can the citizens of Panama bear arms, firearms, and also, do you own the land here when you buy it? Go ahead.
Okay, so in the owning the land when you buy it, there's 2 different types of land here. There's titled land, and that's what I generally would recommend. The public registry here is super transparent. You have got all the rights as the local Panamanian does when buying real estate. You can buy a property, go into the public registry and see your property right there. You own it outright. It's not like in some other jurisdictions where you've got to set up a local company and have part ownership with the local. You own it yourself. We also have a lot of people buying real estate at the moment with their self-directed IRAs from the US. And the other type is ROP, which is rights of possession. Generally, we tend to sort of steer clear of that. It can take some time to get it titled. But pretty much everything you'll find in the city, or mainly what we offer you, is going to be titled land. Yeah. Regarding the firearms, I'm not 100% sure. Austin, do you know the answer to that one?
Can you repeat the question?
Well, firearms, concealed carry. Can you own firearms here? Are you allowed to shoot people? I guess we'll ask them all. Go ahead.
I don't recommend shooting anybody, first and foremost. But yes, you do not even have to be a citizen to bear arms in Panama. One thing I can tell you, You should not try to bring firearms here. It's such a pain in the rear end. It's not worth it. If you want to have a gun in Panama, as a expat, as a resident, you legally can do that. And you can do that very easily, you know. With the same documentation that you'll need to become a resident, you could also get a firearm and a permit to carry that firearm or have it in your home, whatever you're looking to do with it.
Right.
Okay, I got you. It's I know.
And use
everyone
it if you need, but hopefully you don't need, right?
We
Right.
do. That's what we hope. I know. The reason
I mean,
that
it's the same
comes up a lot,
country.
guys,
So, I mean, you really don't need it, but I get it.
no, it's the same country. You see, Costa Rica, like there's a hot gun market there. Everybody's got guns in their houses, and the police never go to your house looking for guns, and that's why I think that comes up a lot. I think a lot of people are just wanting to know what the gun laws are, because I think, and I'm only guessing here, the perception might be that Panama is dangerous, and I think people would believe that only because they don't know anything about the country.
Right.
Most people can't find it on the map, which I get. So here we are, helping them find it on the map and let them know how awesome it is. This is my 5th day here, and I am loving every minute of it. I truly am. All right, so Natalie, how does somebody get a hold of you to get a tour set up where you can show them properties? Go ahead.
Yeah. So I put my IG in here, but I can also just tell you my email is Natalie and
Well,
real
and
estate.
it's great that you say that because I.
We lost our friend there.
He'll be back.
The other thing I could say is if you go to dopanama.com and you send Austin a message and say, hey, I want to get in touch with Natalie or you, I can be reached that way as well. And you can see some of the listings on the website. You can check out, I think there's like this really great checklist of like, where do you want to live in Panama? And it gives you like this little survey that you fill out, and it helps us to understand like, what do you really want when you move here? Are you looking for the mountains? Are you looking for the city nightlife, hustle bustle? Are you looking for that Caribbean lifestyle where everything's slow paced and relaxed? Like, what do you really want? We want to know exactly what it is and help you match it the best that we can.
Okay, now here's one. Buying a property is obviously quite easy to do here in Panama, which is exciting. We're trying to get our boy Austin back. Liz, maybe you can answer this one for us. Is it possible to move a Canadian or an American corporation here, or is it better just to open a brand new one?
It's usually best to just set up a local corporation, because if you want to use a corporation that you've already got, often if all the documents have got to be translated into Spanish, and it's quite a fiddle. So what a lot of people do is they just set up a local corporation that's owned by the foreign entity.
Okay, and that's easy to do?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, there you go. So
there we go.
Do what the lady says. All right, we're good there. All right. Austin's going to try to come right back in here in a second. All right. And I got a couple of folks in the TikTok room, Natalie, saying hello to you, which is great. So obviously you're making some impact. All right. Natalie says hello. I know you can't see her in the TikTok room, but there we are. I'm just checking for more questions here. House tax. What are the house taxes like here? Liz?
Yeah, so a lot of projects here are actually tax-free. So a lot of the new builds are tax-free.
Excuse me?
Yeah, so the new projects coming online at the moment generally will have 5 years with no property tax. And then after that period, taxes tend to be under 1%.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to take the camera. I know you won't see it there on TikTok, but I'm going to take this video camera here, and I'm going to show you that faces the Panama Canal. That faces the ocean out there. That faces the hotel. I know it's dark, but look at the size of this living room here. You got a bedroom in there with its own bathroom. You have a huge kitchen, storage room in behind it, and a laundry room. There's another bedroom and bathroom right there. So what would the property tax be on this place?
Property tax like this. So this particular building that we're in now came with 20 years no property tax. So
What?
this building here has another
Right?
9 years no property tax.
9 years no property tax. Oh my God.
Isn't that insane?
It's so wild that you're not gatekeeping any of this information. Like, this is all just information that you learn when you come to Panama and you're around amazing individuals like Liz and Austin. 9 years, no property tax.
Yeah.
9 years. If you want to buy this condo, this one's for sale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's for sale, folks. No property tax for 9 years. Austin, in this condo that we're in right now. Oh, we lost him again. Dang it. What did he say? Is it pachuta? There's a word. It's like pork chop. There's a
Chuleta.
chuleta. That's it. So chuleta would be damn it, but chuleta would also be damn it. That's good, right? So
Right.
chuleta, we lost him, but chuleta, he'll be back. Right.
Yeah.
Do you know what the fees are here? The condo corp fees and the membership fees?
Yeah, so this particular project, which is the Casa Bonita project, 15 minutes from the city, is $450 a month, and that includes like a private beach club.
And if somebody does not want the private beach club, can they eliminate that expense?
$250 a month for the condo.
So no property tax for 9 years in this condo. And if you don't want the club, which I suggest you get because it is great, but if you don't want the club, you said $250. Holy smoke! What's the water bill in this place?
It's included in the maintenance.
Oh my God, it's included in the maintenance fee. So I can shower for 8 hours a day?
Yeah. And my electric bill in here, I've got a 3-bedder that's around 3,000 square feet. I never pay more than $100 a month for
Oh
electric.
my Lord, this is incredible. Wow. All right. And someone's asking how much are houses out there for a 5 or 6 bedroom? Must be a big family. Any ideas?
On the island, I just talked with a girl earlier today for a 6-bedroom, 2-bath. She's paying $1,200. Yeah, and that's right on the mainland islands.
Okay.
Everything is included: electrical, internet, AC, fully furnished. Move in ready. Yeah, I couldn't believe that either. I was just like, wow, that's incredible. The more you know.
Think about all that suffering. Oh yeah, folks, everything's in US dollars in Latin America. So I am not quoting Canadian. If I say 1,200, it is 1,200 US. So you do have to do that conversion. And I know right now the Canadian dollar is not doing very well. So whenever I have meals, I pay US cash. I'm not using my credit card for meals anymore because $20 ends up being almost 30. It's crazy how much money you're losing on that. So I would say this is my recommendation to everybody who has been asking me these questions this week is yes, Panama is affordable. And yes, you should form some type of online business and do that here. And that's what I'm doing. I am doing tax consultation. As all of you know, I'm buying failing corporations and liquidating them for profit. And I'm getting people out of tax debt. So they've got money to buy condos like this that don't have tax for 9 years. So that is what I'm doing. And if I can do it and set all that up in 5 days, you can do it too. So get rocking. All right. Forget Canada. Get something rocking here. Austin, can you hear us, buddy? And I think he's driving. So we're probably not going to get him back for a couple of minutes. So
It's all good.
Natalie, now I want to ask you this. From an entrepreneurial standpoint, I've noticed myself personally that this town is very polite, but everybody wants to do business here.
Yes.
So I want to tell us about that, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So I learned from Panamanians how to partner and how you need to be temperament-wise before I even started my businesses in the States, believe it or not. I just started 2 franchise companies with partnerships in the States, but when I came to Panama, I observed the partnership structure is very strong here. Everyone is kind of like, if I have the lawnmower and you have the gas, we can start a lawn mowing business. Like, it's wild to see how it works. Everyone is trying to figure out, how can we work together? How can we serve a purpose? And as an entrepreneur, it's very difficult in the States. You feel like you're kind of on an island because everyone has this persona that I don't need you. I can go to the bank. I can do everything myself. I don't want to get, screwed over by someone else doing business with them. I'll just do everything myself. The truth is, the more that you partner with people that are experts, the further ahead you get. And this is true for anyone who's a multimillionaire to a billionaire in life. They all have advisors, mentors, partners who have helped them get to where they are. And as a beginning entrepreneur, my biggest advice to anyone who's looking to come to Central America and start a business is to find people that are credible, that have knowledge, that are experts, that want to win with you, and that you can see yourselves actually getting into a business with and thriving. Because they're going to show you those signs. They're going to be successful. They're going to be on time. They're going to show up and be there when you need them. And they're going to want to help you out of the goodness of their heart, because that's the kind of business partner you want. You want someone who's not holding things in your face like, oh, I gave you $50. No, hey, I gave you $50. I know you're down on your luck right now. Like, come over to my house, have dinner on Sunday. We'll talk about some new strategies, how we can raise some more capital. Those are the kind of people that you want in your life. 100,000%. Or Austins of the world who are like, the more money you make, the more money I make, the more money we make together. Everybody wins. That's what I'm looking for. That's all that we want.
And so am I. And Austin, the question here is for you now. I have my own business here in Canada. I'm thinking about relocating, but I want to know if I can. Well, we'd have to know what the business is. And as Liz just mentioned about 10 minutes ago, it's better for you to form a corporation here. But Austin, you may as well answer the rest of the question. And that is, how easy is it to relocate here? Because you are the relocation man of this country. Go ahead. Oh, microphone. Hold on. Okay. Oh, we lost him. Oh, he's driving. He's in the middle of nowhere driving back towards the city. So we'll get him back in. So Liz, I'll give you the same question. Go ahead.
Well, Austin was showing Canadians around all day today, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Somebody from Calgary, in fact, someone I didn't get a chance to say hi to yet, but I hope I will soon. So yeah, in reference to relocation, how easy or difficult is it?
Yeah, it's super easy to get here. I mean, usually what we recommend is don't bother bringing all your stuff. You can buy everything you need down here.
Yeah.
You can buy furnished apartments. It's pretty rare in Panama to find apartments that are unfurnished. Most properties will already have furniture in it, or you can buy furniture when you get here. There are shipping companies. I mean, once you get residency here, you can get some tax breaks on shipping. You can bring your personal items down here, but it's easy just to kind of, start from scratch. You can find everything here. We've got the Panama Canal. You can find everything. Like Austin mentioned before, you can come down here for 6 months before you even get residency. Check it out. The country's small. It's easy to get your head around where you want to go. You can jump on a tour with these guys and they can show you the main areas. You've got options of beach, you've got mountains, you've got the city. And I mean, you can cross from the Pacific to the Caribbean in like an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
The country's very skinny and it's easy to get around.
Yeah, fantastic. All right. And someone's asking me if it's cheaper in Panama than in Costa Rica. And I have to be honest and tell you, yes, it is. Food costs are about a third of what they are. And this condo sells for how much?
This one here you can get for about $495, or as low as $275 for something a little smaller.
Yeah, the one that I'm staying in just down the hallway is 1 bedroom. That one's $275. So it's the same design, same type of windows, like floor to ceiling. Yeah, floor to ceiling windows, the whole 9 yards. Nice tile floor. All of it. $275 for the 1 bedroom version, and the 1 bedroom version has a huge bedroom with a king size bed, which I'm unfortunately sad to say I'm all alone in. That's not an invitation, John, just so you know. But it also comes with an ensuite bathroom that's got a full corner jacuzzi tub and a full corner stand-up shower and a walk-in closet. Like, these places are incredibly well designed. So yes, the condos are cheaper. One of the issues I did have with Costa Rica when it came to condominiums was the condo fees were between $600 and $900 a month US. That I didn't like at all. It's a lot of money. And the condo fees here, as Liz said, are $250 for this big place here, $450 if you want the country club. Again, I recommend that. You may as well. It's great. That's really cheap. If you're actually selling your place in Canada, to which you probably get between $1 and $3 million for your house these days, why not buy 2 or 3 of these? Rent a couple out, make some money, live it up, have yourself a good time. You've earned it. And call me also, as you can see in the bottom corner over there. Call me because I'm going to get rid of all your tax debts. All right, I'm going to clean up all your tax debts in Canada, and Natalie and I are going to be working on cleaning that up in the United States as well. We're starting that up for those who have corporate debt in the U.S. Right now, I can kill your corporate debt in Montana and Idaho, and I'm reading each state's laws on this as I move on. More coming soon. Natalie and I will be able to crush your debt in the States. So you've got the capital, you got the cash to buy these places and really live it up. Wow.
Yes.
So advice. Go ahead.
I was going to say really quickly, just for someone who's doing Airbnb, I don't know if Canada is really big on Airbnb, but in Chicago, where I am, I have been doing Airbnb for the last 3 years, and managing an Airbnb is a lot of work, right? You got to find the cleaners, you got to find the management team, you have to find somebody to respond to all the emails. Panama has in-house management. You can invest in an Airbnb and be completely hands-off. Nowhere else in the world have I found anything like this. In-house management, you guys. That's incredible for businesses with that low capital startup and that threshold of equity that you're getting right in the door. You have to jump on this. It will not be around. But I love to see that they're already ahead of their time in Panama by putting that structure in place to make it extremely easy for you.
No, I'm very
So I just
happy
wanted to say that. You've
Okay.
got to contact Kevin, the team, Austin. We're here to help you guys. It's absolutely a phenomenal thing that's going on right now here.
Oh, yes. And for those who are joining me on TikTok, who usually do join me here on TikTok on Wednesdays, I am currently in Panama City, the capital of Panama, not Panama City, Florida, but Panama. And I every single morning, I can count the ships going into the Panama Canal, which is great. So, Austin, you give people a free consultation. Tell us more.
And sorry about the reception. You know, I'm driving across the country right now to my next destination. So yeah, if you are interested in Panama, you know, I suggest the first step, and it makes my job easier and more relevant for you, is to get on our website. Right there on the homepage, we have that free relocation survey. It's a 23-question survey. Once you submit that survey, which, by the way, Kevin's name is at the bottom of that, so make sure you click that, because I want to know that you're Kevin's people. And once you submit that survey, that goes to my team, and they'll set up a 30-minute Zoom call with you and myself.
That's amazing. All right, so you get 30 minutes of Austin's time, absolutely free, and he'll answer all the questions he possibly can in that 30 minutes. So what I would suggest, if you're going to contact Austin for that free consultation, write all your questions down or pre-type them and just ask. Like, boom, 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 get them done, because the man's a wealth of knowledge, and he'll get through them all for you. All right, so let's maybe tell the outside world, if they want to move to Panama, give us a couple steps here. What do they do?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to just jump on a call and get more information before you come down. But the best thing to do is just get down here. We can show you around. Like I said, the country's super small. Get a feel for what area might be a good fit for you. Know that you've got the option of beach, city, mountain. Having a rough idea about what your budget is, if you're wanting to buy or if you're wanting to rent. We also have a lot of people that are really just interested in that Plan B passport, Plan B residency. So you don't need to come to Panama for that. You can jump on a Zoom call. We can give you tons of information without even having to come down here. And we've got options for investment that are hands-off with high ROI. Like Natalie said, these projects that have got the license for short-term rentals, I mean, you can get in on those for as low as $180,000. There's a couple of projects that have also got like independent living sections for people that are kind of thinking about their Plan B for later on, where they want to possibly age in place somewhere. So there's lots of options. I mean, you can buy beachfront real estate in the main beachfront expat town of Gorgona for as low as $159,000.
What?
Yeah.
Say that again. What?
Absolute beachfront, $159,000.
Beachfront for $159,000. Okay, so I think I'm doing that soon. That's for sure. All right, we're going to rifle through the last couple of questions that we've got, because we're down to our last few minutes here. Desiree, if you want to find anything out, somewhere around here on the screen is my website address. Simply go to kevinjjohnston.me. That's my name, kevinjjohnston.me. Use the contact form and ask me anything about Costa Rica, Panama, or your taxes, to get rid of your taxes so you can buy property here in Panama. If anybody has any questions about Panama itself and they want the pro Austin to answer, go to dopanama.com. That's DO Panama.com. As Austin said, take the survey. It's 23 questions. You don't type anything. You just go click, 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 click. Click my name, of course, or Natalie's, depending on who sent you there, and he's going to get you started on that. All right, next. What does it cost to live here? Cheaper than Toronto, Calgary, Montreal, New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, even Kansas City. All right, cheaper than all of them. I'm loving the idea that when I go to restaurants, Austin, I think you know this. Liz, you know this. You can negotiate for the price and free mojitos before you even sit down. Like, whoa, yeah. Oh, and here's just an anecdote you'll tell everybody. Natalie, you're gonna love this one. I went live on Instagram and I was showing people that I was negotiating for prices of lobster. All right.
Yeah.
But a few people misinterpreted that when I said I was sitting down with you, beautiful ladies, that being you and our dear friend downtown. They thought that I was actually negotiating for women. Like, no, it's fish. Lobster.
$15 for lobster, you guys.
It was lobster. All right. That's it. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's funny, but I would never be negotiating for that on any show that I'm doing. I did say fish.
Exactly. And it was delicious fish.
Oh, it was good. I didn't get lobster. I ended up with shrimps that were like this big. Whew. Wow. It was unreal. All right. I'm just going to check the last couple of questions that we have here. What's the website? To contact me, kevinjjohnston.me, and that'll get you all the tax information that you need where I can beat your taxes. And to get a hold of Austin or Liz here, dopanama.com, dopanama.com. Take the survey. It's free. And then click on my name, and Austin's going to get a hold of you, and everything will be copacetic. As for mortgages, we will cover mortgages next week, everybody. We're going to do Panama again next week, so don't worry about that. All right. And I'm 63. Can I just move there and rent something cheap? That's a good question. That's actually a really good one. Folks, anyone?
Yeah, actually, if you're 63 and you have a pension, so that's one visa we didn't go over. And for anyone with a pension, if it's a single individual with a pension of $1,000 or more, they're eligible for the pensionata visa. If they're a married couple, one of those of the couple needs to have a pension of $1,200 or more, and you are eligible for the pensionata visa. You are not required to buy real estate with that visa, and you get all kinds of good discounts too. Airfare, medical, hotels, entertainment, restaurants, you name it. So there's a lot of benefits there for anyone that's looking to do that pensionata. It's called the retirement visa.
Okay. I got to add one thing. This is a really big one, and we're going to have everybody offer their closing remarks here. I've got someone that I care about deeply in Canada who is not getting any health care at all from the Canadian healthcare system that we've all paid 73% of our taxes to. I got a quotation. You're going to love this one, everybody. I got a quote. CAT scan, MRI, doctor, specialist, blood work, blood analysis, then analysis of the CAT scan and of the MRI, 2,500 US for the whole thing. All right, 2,500 for everything. Totally worth it, because what's happened here is this person I care about so much has been diagnosed with cancer, then diagnosed without cancer, then diagnosed with a tumor, only to find out there is no tumor. That's how Canada works with its healthcare. And I know, because I was once diagnosed with stage 3 cancer, only to find out that it was a blood clot from a sports injury. So that is how bad Canada healthcare is. And for all of you who work in the healthcare system, I'm disappointed in you, but that is okay, because Canadians now have an option to come here for their healthcare, and a lot of people are. I highly recommend it. All right, Natalie, what's your closing remark before we take off? Go ahead.
Anyone needs to reach out. You have the most phenomenal team in Panama on this call right now. Please do not miss out on this. You can all find all of us through our websites, but make your way, make it happen. It's literally just a flight away. My trip from Chicago round trip was $380 to Panama and back. Look on Google Flights, get in touch with us, and come down here and see for yourself. Don't take our word for it. It really is an amazing opportunity. You will have such an amazing peace come over you when you see how much better the world is and all the different opportunities that are waiting for you here.
Thank you, Natalie. You're the greatest. We'll see you in a week.
See you in a week.
All right. Good night to you. Austin, what's your last remark? Go ahead.
You know, my last remarks are 3 words in one website. Do life right. DoPanama.com. You know, I wake up every morning thanking God for putting me on this trajectory in life. And I feel blessed every single day, every breath I take here. And I look forward to helping all of your viewers out there find their way here in Panama.
Well, we certainly do appreciate that, brother. You've done a great job. Everyone that I've sent your way to speak to you, they all say the same thing. He's high energy, nice guy, answers my questions. Just keep doing you, man. You're an amazing guy. Thank you so much.
Love and light. Thanks for having me. Talk to you soon.
You got it. That's Austin Hess, everybody from dopanama.com. And Vesago, you're saying, hi, Kevin, please contact me. It's really weird. TikTok's kind of odd that way. Could you please go to my personal website and just use the contact form? Kevin J. Johnston, my name, kevinjjohnston.me. Contact me. I'll get back to you always within 12 hours. All right. The contact form on my website is still the #1 way to reach me. So Liz, this brings it down.
Oh,
All right.
we're here together, just
We're
us.
here together, just the two of us. She's a better boxer than I am, everybody. So I lost the match before the show. I think I've got to buy dinner now. So, all right. But Liz, we've had a lot of fun talking over the last couple of days, mainly because I've noticed that people here don't have the same uptight attitude as North America. One of the concerns everybody has in North America is the impact of the Me Too movement, something that doesn't exist here, does it? Like all these crazy left-wing ideas just aren't here, are they? Let's hear your thoughts on that, please.
Yeah, I mean, Panama's a pretty laid-back place. People from all over the world live here. Panama's used to having immigrants, people from all over. Women and men get treated equally here. I find it's a wonderful, I find it's just a wonderful place to live. Like, I feel extremely comfortable living here. And yeah, it's great. People from all over.
Wonderful. Yes. And I did say earlier in the show, it's a very polite place. Everywhere I've been so far is just manners. I mean, manners maketh man, as they say. So I'm actually quite comfortable here, and I'm quite happy here because I really do appreciate good manners. I mean, how many times have all of you seen me on my show being screamed at or yelled at when doing anything political, right? Or doing my job as a journalist back in the day? I would always exhibit good manners, but everybody here does it. So it's a very, very comfortable and happy place to be. And as for those who need to know my website, one more time, my first name, Kevin, middle initial, J. Last name is the Irish version of Johnston, JOHNSTON.me. That's my name, kevinjjohnston.me. Hit me up on the contact form there. If you're ready to buy or you're ready to talk to Austin or to Liz, head over to dopanama.com and fill out that form. Liz, what's your last remark for the night? We got to go.
I just think we live once. Panama's just such an easy place to live where your buck goes a lot further. Come on down and check it out.
Yeah, and I agree completely. That's it, everybody. My name is Kevin J. Johnston. This is the Real Estate Show, episode number 19, which you'll catch every single Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's it for now. Don't forget, I've got my political show, which is every Tuesday and Thursday. The Kevin J. Johnston Show is not going away anytime soon. Tuesday and Thursday, also 9 p.m. Eastern Time on freedomreport.ca. Do us a favor, everybody. Share, share, share. You got to let absolutely everybody know what you now know, and you're knowing a lot more every single show that we do. So tell everybody about the Kevin J. Johnston Show and this real estate show so that we can spread the word to those who are looking to leave North America now, because I highly recommend you doing it now, because now's the time. Good night, everybody.